Welcome back to another episode of my Pokemon Battle series, The School of Hard Knocks. Throughout this episode, we're going to be jumping on to the Battle Spot ladder and playing under the World Championship Series rules, which are this year's current Video Game Championship rules 2017. So, unfortunately, I've just tried to record this episode twice up to now, and both times I've got into the battle, and about 30 seconds into the battle it's kicked me off, so my internet is playing up slightly. So hopefully this time we'll have no troubles getting on and completing the matches. I don't normally upload on a weekend, but as I've been saying through this week, I'm having so much fun playing this team that I just wanted to do some extra matches and also try and get up to that goal of 1800 like we've been saying all week. So the disconnects have probably not done me any favours, but we'll see what our rating is and we'll see how we get on in these matches. We'll be running the same team of Glaceon, Salamence, Kartana, Tapu Fini, Crocodile and Tapu Koko, and hopefully we can find an opponent pretty quickly. So our rating has taken a massive chunking. Anyway, we've got our first opponent from Italy on 1642, and they are running a team of Porygon 2, Tapu Koko, Mudsdale, Alolan Muck, Snorlax and Alolan Ninetales. So he's definitely got a Trick Room switch in here. He's got a fast mod with the Tapu Koko and Alolan Ninetales. So I feel like we definitely need to lead off with a taunt user so we can shut that Porygon 2 down as quick as possible. So I think preferably I'm going to lead off with Tapu Fini. We're seeing a lot of Ninetales this week. Ninetales usage has just seemed to have shot up through the roof. I don't know if it's just me and who I'm running into on the battle spot, but it does make it quite difficult for me to lead off because he's obviously got the Freeze Dry that can hit the Tapu Fini for super effective, and the Blizzard that can hit the Crocodile for super effective damage. So I think we'll go with a standard-ish lead that we've been running this week of Tapu Fini and Glaceon. Now I need to decide what Pokemon I'm going to bring in the back. I think I'm going to need the Crocodile because it's very good for the Intimidate support and picking up damage on the Muck, and I think Kartana as well. So that's what we'll go with. We'll lead off with our Tapu Fini, Glaceon, and we're going to have in the back Crocodile and Kartana. We need to really concentrate this match on not allowing our opponent to set the Trick Room up. If the Trick Room gets set up, it's going to make things very difficult for us, especially with using Icy Wind as our only mode of speed control. So let's see how we get on and what our opponent's going to lead off with. I'm kind of expecting to see the Porygon 2 come out as a lead, but you never know. Yeah, so it's going to be Ninetales and Porygon 2. Right. So the Ninetales is going to get the Snow Warning up, set the Hail on the field, and we'll set the Misty Terrain up. So it just means that we're not going to be frozen from any Blizzard spam. Right, so straight away I'm just going to go straight for the Taunt onto the Porygon, stop any potential Trick Room being set up, and I'm going to go for an Icy Wind just to lower the speed on that Ninetales. And Ninetales goes for the Aurora Veil, which is just, I think it gives a boost of 50% in defense and special defense to all the Pokemon on that side of the field for 5 turns. And Glaceon's going to get the Icy Wind off, and we hit both opponents. It doesn't make too much difference hitting the Porygon 2, but it makes a big difference hitting that Ninetales. And the Porygon sees through that taunt, so my opponent sees through that and goes straight for the T-Bolt on to my Tapu Fini. Okay, so I think I'm going to just protect my Tapu Fini this turn, and do I want to go for another Icy Wind just in case my opponent switches anything in? because I don't want to switch anything in on a Blizzard, to be honest, but I could just go for a Shadow Ball into the Ninetales just to get some extra damage onto it, although with the Aurora Veil up it's not going to be doing too much anyway. But I think I'm just going to go for the Shadow Ball into the Ninetales slot just to try and start chipping it down a bit. And Glaceon's going to get the Shadow Ball off. It's not going to do too much damage at all, no. But we do lower its special defense, which is quite nice. And it freeze dries into the Tapu Fini, and the Porygon 2 is just going to Shadow Ball into the Glaceon slot. So Glaceon will take that, but I also get the special defense drop, which isn't ideal. Our Berry activates with that Tapu Fini, which is quite nice. And we're going to take some hail damage, so I could go for Muddy Water again just to get some additional damage off, but then what's my opponent going to do? Is he just going to go for the Freeze Dry? I imagine he probably will just go for the Freeze Dry into the Fini slot, but I don't really have a great switch in for that. And he'll probably go for the Shadow Ball onto my... So what I might do, because I don't really want to just risk the double protect, I'm going to go for the Muddy Water, and I'm going to switch in my Krookodile for my Glaceon, just to soak up that Shadow Ball. And it means I'm kind of getting in a position where I can start switching things around, and I'm keeping it at least a taunt user on the field at all times now. So Tapu Fini gets the Muddy Water off, but misses the Porygon 2. We're going to get a hit onto the Ninetales. Yeah, and the Ninetales just going to freeze dry onto the Tapu Fini. But I do survive that, and the Porygon 2 goes for the T-Bolt, but it goes straight into the Krookodile. So, and we know... it's more than likely that that Porygon 2 doesn't have Ice Beam, so the Krookodile might be quite safe in this situation. I think what I might do is I need to get a taunt off onto the Porygon 2. And I think I might just Tectonic Rage into the Ninetales just to clear it off the field, because an Earthquake with the Aurora Veil up, I don't think an Earthquake's going to do it, and I just don't want to Earthquake into my Tapu Fini either. So I want to try and stop this Trick Room from being set up. So I'm going to go for the taunt onto the Porygon 2, and I'm just going to... My Krookodile should outspeed the Ninetales, so I'll just go for the Z Earthquake into that. Yeah, and this should pick up the KO even through the Aurora Veil, and we'll get rid of that threat off the field now. Feels a bit wasteful to use the Z move in this situation, but I am eliminating a big threat to the team, so it might work out where this was a good decision, but we'll just have to see how the battle plays out. So the Ninetales goes down, and we'll see what the Porygon 2 is going to go for. Oh, it has got Ice Beam. Okay. So that's going to do a massive chunk of damage, and the Krookodile is going to go down here. So I wonder if that Porygon 2 has... It's got T-Bolt, Shadow Ball, Ice Beam, probably Trick Room. I am going to bring in Kartana here. My opponent brings in the Muck. So that's not great. With our Krookodile gone, that was kind of our main resource to take care of the Muck. I think what I'm going to have to do is just double up into the Porygon 2 with a Sacred Sword and a Moonblast, and just hope that that's enough to pick up the KO. But behind the Aurora Veil, I don't know if it's going to be. No, nowhere near. So that Aurora Veil's just putting in so much work now. The Muck goes for the knockoff into the Kartana, and the Porygon 2 Shadow Balls into the Kartana, which picks up the KO easily. And this is all due to that blinking Porygon 2 getting the special attack boost turn 1, so I should have paid a bit more attention with my leads there, because that was just careless and it has come back to bite me. And I don't really have anything that I can do to deal with that Muck in this situation now. I'm just going to go Helping Hand Muddy Water, and hopefully, I mean, even if we get rid of the Porygon 2, the Muck's easily going to pick up the KO on the Tapu Fini, so I think this match is over with, unfortunately. Yeah, we really need to preserve the Crocodile for the Muck. And the Helping Hand doesn't even knock out the Porygon 2. That is pitiful damage. Yeah. And he doubles it into the Glaceon. And this is pretty much game here. Unless we get some ridiculous critical hit on the Muck, which I don't think we will. We have lost the first game, which is a bit disappointing, but all we can do is learn from this battle and move on and try and improve for the next game. We did go 1-1 yesterday, which was a bit disappointing, and I think it looks like that's probably the best that we can do today if we only do 2 matches. So good games to my opponent. He played that well, read every taunt into his Porygon 2 and just demolished me. So very good game there for my opponent, and that is just something we're going to have a look at and take into the next game, not tilt, and try and get a win this episode. So we'll just jump straight back on to the next game and hopefully find an opponent pretty quickly and hopefully try and turn this around. Wow, we're so far away from our goal at 1800. It's we've got to really put in some work and start picking up some wins. I am seeing some holes with the team as we're playing through, so that's something we can look at as well going forward. So we've got our next opponent anyway from Italy, Genius39, and he's running a team of Garchomp, Celesteela, Gastrodon, Alolan Muck, Arcanine, and Tapu Koko. I've seen so many Alolan Ninetales, it feels like it's all I'm seeing now, just teams of 6 Ninetales. But anyway, my opponent hasn't got Ninetales here, and we need to figure out a game plan for what we're going to do. The Celesteela is going to be a bit of an issue. I do like Salamence here quite a lot. We just need to be wary of that Tapu Koko. And I do like Glaceon here as well, because he doesn't really have any form of speed control on his team. So if we can just take advantage of that. I mean, the majority of our Pokemon do outspeed the majority of his. I mean, he's got the only threats are really the Garchomp and the Tapu Koko, but Glaceon's not worrying too much about those initially. I think I'm going to lead off Glaceon and Salamence. I am going to bring my Tapu Koko, and I think I might bring my Crocodile as well, but it's locked me out, so we need to be a bit faster picking our Pokemon. So I don't know who my last Pokemon is going to be now. We'll try and get through it. I think does it default to the in a row which one you didn't pick, so like it would be the 3rd one down, which would be, we'll have to see. I have no idea. If I somehow managed to lock in the Crocodile before the time went down, that would be great. But my opponent leads off with Arcanine and Tapu Koko. So the Arcanine gets the Intimidate off. Durasa Salamence is faster. And I've got my Tapu Koko in the back. I think I'm going to just go for an Icy Wind with my Glaceon. And I'm going to go for a Protect with my Salamence. My Glaceon should be able to survive a Flare Blitz from this Arcanine, but it'll all depend on whether this Tapu Koko goes for a Dazzling Gleam to kind of stack that damage. So we'll see what my opponent does. If I can get the Dazzling Gleam comes out, and I imagine, that's doing a ton of damage, and the Z. So this is going to be the Fire Z move, which is definitely going to pick up the KO on my Glaceon. So we're going to be a Pokemon down straight away. And that Crocodile would have been ideal to bring in now, but unfortunately we haven't brought it. Couldn't click in. This episode's turned out to be a complete disaster. Okay. So what are our options now? We've got our own Tapu Koko or Kartana. And I don't think my Salamence can even survive I don't think it can survive a Dazzling Gleam, to be honest. I'm going to just bring in my Kartana because it's the only thing I've got that I can really threaten to pick up the KO onto the Tapu Koko with. But I'm in a bit of a locked situation here where I can't. Again, I can attack into the Tapu Koko, but he's still going to get an attack off first and just pick up the KO on the Salamence, meaning the Arcanine will be able to just cleanly get the KO onto my Kartana, which isn't ideal. So I might just go for... I'll go for the Leaf Blade and I'm going to protect. Oh no, I can't. Can I switch in my Tapu Koko for my Salamence? My thinking time is terrible at the minute. I'm really running like right down. So the Arcanine's going to protect here. The Tapu Koko is going to Volt Switch into the Kartana and pick up some nice damage onto the Kartana. And we'll see what my opponent's going to bring in is his last Pokemon. And it's going to be the Muck. So we're just going to it's going to soak up that Leaf Blade easily. Oh, I wish I'd picked Crocodile. It would have been so good. Okay, so I'm really going to have to just protect my Kartana here, I think, and bring in my Salamence for the Tapu Koko. It's really all I can do in this situation, I think. I don't really want to take a Poison Jab onto the Tapu Koko. And at least this way we're going to get another Intimidate onto the Arcanine and another, an Intimidate off onto the Alolan Muck. Yeah, so the Arcanine just goes for the Flamethrower into the Kartana and the Poison Jab into the Salamence. I wonder if my opponent will switch his Arcanine out. I know it doesn't really make much sense, but it is a -2 and it is threatened by the Salamence. I think I'm going to Devastate and Drake into the Arcanine and Sacred Sword into it, and hopefully that should be enough to pick up the KO on this Arcanine. But we'll see. Depends how this Arcanine's built. But then we've still got the problem of the Tapu Koko coming back in and just sweeping through both things we got out in the field. So my opponent smartly really took out my only option of speed control right from the start of the match. So the Mug's just gonna go for the knockoff onto the Salamence, but that doesn't matter too much because it's just the Tapu Koko is just gonna come straight back. Oh, so it's not. So it's a Garchomp. Okay. Well, we know he can't Earthquake here, and I can. I could maybe switch in my Tapu Koko, to be honest. I could Leaf Blade the Garchomp and switch in my Tapu Koko for the Salamence. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because hopefully he goes for the Dragon Claw onto the Salamence just to get rid of it. I'll get a bit of damage off onto the Garchomp with the Leaf Blade. And the Dragon Claw, yeah, it doesn't affect the Tapu Koko, and the Mug's going to go for another knockoff into the Kartana. But I do hang on, so that's not too bad. So, the question is that Garchomp in Dazzling Gleam range? And I don't think it is without the Life Orb. But I don't really, I'm in a bit of a corner here. I don't really know what to do. It's definitely in Leaf Blade range, but if I hit with a Leaf Blade, Kartana's just going to go straight down, isn't it? I might double into the Muk with a Sacred Sword and a Thunderbolt. So I'll go for the Thunderbolt into the Muk. Hopefully I don't activate the berry. The berry pops. Okay. So I think that's game now, because whatever I do in this situation, he's probably just going to clean up the field, and he's still got the Tapu Koko to come in and just clean up what I've got left on the field. And he gets the Poison Jab off from the Garchomp onto my Tapu Koko and gets the poison, but it doesn't matter because he's just doubling into that slot. Yeah. There's not really a lot I can do now. I really needed the Crocodile this match. I desperately needed the Crocodile. But never mind. We've not had the best of games today. There isn't very much I can do at all, to be honest. Can Leaf Blade the Garchomp and just go for a Draco Meteor onto the Muk and just see what that does. But like I keep saying, this is gonna kill, but then we're gonna die to the rough skin damage, faint to the rough skin damage. We're gonna get the Draco off onto the Alolan Muk, but then he's got the Tapu Koko on the back to bring in and just clean up and take the game for himself. So we get the Draco Meteor off and get a critical hit, get lucky, but it doesn't make any difference. My opponent's gonna still get the win for this match. So he's just gonna bring in the Tapu Koko, and that's gonna be game. I'd like to do an episode at some point to go over the losses that I've had with the team and analyze those matches and just have a look through them with you guys step by step, just to see where I could have right from the starting position. Good games to my opponent, by the way. That was nice, very good playing, and thanks for the games. Yeah, right from the start, from that team preview screen, and look at the decisions I made, look at the decisions I should have made, by just kind of taking an analysis from that 6 Pokemon at that point of the battle, excluding any other information that we've kind of taken after that in the battle itself. and then go through the battle step by step, look where I went wrong, and look at the things that I should have done differently throughout the battle. And that might be something that's quite beneficial, definitely to myself. That's something I need to do more, and I haven't done it with any of the battles that we've played that I've lost this week so far. So it's definitely something that I will be doing. So if it's something that you guys will be interested in seeing, maybe we do it on, say, a Sunday. We take just a quick recap of all the losses that we've had throughout that week, and then we kind of analyze all the losses just step by step and have a quick look at the videos that way, and look at improving, and then take that knowledge into the following week and see if we can improve from there. So if that is something that you guys would like to see, leave a comment in the comment section below, the only place you can leave a comment, and I will get back to you. And I'd love to just hear your ideas around what you think of that and what would be beneficial for you guys. It's definitely something I think would be beneficial for any player, but if it's something you're interested in, let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. Sorry that we didn't get any victories today. It's a bit disappointing, but if you've enjoyed the video, as always, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and you will get all of the updates for new videos when they're coming out. I am working on a few projects right now, so to do with other things other than just battling on the Battle Spot ladder. So they'll be quite exciting, so they should be coming in the next few weeks anyway. So until tomorrow, maybe, but probably Monday, I will see you then, guys. Thanks for watching, and see you later. Okay, take care, guys. Bye.